Good evening, everybody. This is David / Asher, and joining me is Faye Tess.
Hey y'all.
And MPX might have fallen asleep.
It happens.
So,
If not, then he'll join us later.
As such, we are going to be having fun with the Pixel Remaster here. And yes, I know it says load game, but we're going to do a new one because I was doing my own save file on this one. So, new game. And we've talked about Final Fantasy V quite a lot on this channel.
I mean, we've talked about all the Final Fantasies quite a lot on this channel, even the bad ones.
Even the bad ones.
Like, not naming any specific names, but one of them rhymes with Mystic Quest.
Rhymes?
Yes. I mean, look at most of the rappers these days. They rap the same word with each other. Are you saying that they can do it, but we can't?
I'm just saying, my brain goes like, are we going to be that non-obtuse? Also, sorry for not reading, it's auto-advancing by itself right now, so... Something is wrong with the wind. I must go to the wind shrine and make certain nothing's happened to the crystal. Yes, I've noticed as well, but to go alone is... Lena, don't worry. I'll be fine. Have faith.
You gotta have faith, the faith, the faith.
So, probably the one thing to get out there first is that this is the Pixel Remaster. 100%. Am I playing with mods? No. Reason why?
Which means that, I think we discussed before, but the GBA classes will not be available. Only the original FF5 classes.
Only the original classes, and mostly because of the fact that from what I've heard, the GBA's exclusive classes aren't that special because they're all based off of already existing classes. The winds just stopped. I've got to hurry. But I will ask you, should we go with the fan translation traditional? The wind stopped. Father! Or shall we go with his official Romanized name for our hero?
We should go with the meme.
Alright. What in blazes?
Because if you start calling him Bart, so I'm not going to know who the fuck we're talking about.
Oh boy.
Besides, that means that if Eric joins us tonight, we have multiple reasons to say butts.
Yes, multiple reasons to say butts. As for what version I would recommend to play, if you want to play the game as traditional as possible, but don't have original hardware, aka Super Nintendo, Japanese Super Famicom, Pixel Remaster. Now, what would I say is the definitive version? Probably Pixel Remaster. As you can see,
I mean, the Pixel Remaster is literally the original game with graphic modifications and very few other modifications.
They have updated certain mechanics to be in line with what the original design document was. So, as a heads up, Alchemist is no longer extremely broken. It's still broken.
Just less so.
There's a few caveats here and there that you can no longer do anymore. Boko, wait here, okay? Other factors is now I can move in diagonals. Is that going to affect gameplay? Not too badly? Ah yes, our mysterious hero and goblins. Goblins, you say? Hey, you alright? Yes.
I wasn't paying close enough attention, but was that fast forward symbol, was that auto battle?
That's auto battle.
Okay.
That is one of the things that has been added to every single one of the Pixel remasters. And I mean every single one of them.
I mean, it's not bad, I suppose, especially at early levels when all you're going to be able to do is attack anyways.
Well, auto battle in the Pixel remasters isn't the same as you normally think it is. Auto battle basically says, do the last action selected.
Oh, actually, then that's actually pretty badass.
Yeah. Admittedly, that can lead you into some pretty stupid situations. Like, oh, hey, I'll cast fire. Heal, heal, heal. Oh, shit.
Yeah, I can see that.
I give you my thanks. My name is Lena. You are? Me? The official name is Bartz.
But nobody cares about that.
We are going with butts.
Damn right we are.
Call me Butts. Me and my chocobo just go wherever the trail leads us. Butts. This rock suddenly fell from the sky. The impact must have knocked me out. I guess it's a meteorite. Meteorite? I wonder if it has a connection to the wind stopping.
I don't know, let's ask the old man living inside.
Again, I give you my thanks. I wish I could do something more to show my appreciation, but I really must go. Whoa, hey, hold up a sec. But, did you hear something? Huh? Oh. Ugh. Help me. Over there. I keep changing Bart's voice. Doo-doo-doo. Haha. Phoenix down. Yes, there will be hidden paths everywhere.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. One of my favorite things about playing this when I played it before, I played it on emulator, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, I played it originally on PSX when I had Anthology, but that was my first time playing it because that's the first time it came to the US.
Yeah, no, it was mine as well.
But then I later played it on emulator,
Uh-huh.
And one of my favorite things is if you turn off one of the visual layers, you can see the pathways.
Oh, yeah. Uh, and there's an ability in this game that allows you to see hidden paths.
Which is probably why that works.
Are you alright? Oh, where am I? Oh, my aching head. Sakes alive, what happened? I don't remember. Eh? I can't remember anything. Looks like you hit your head pretty bad. Maybe you got amnesia.
Final Fantasy amnesia.
At least it's the old man getting amnesia and not Butts getting amnesia.
And not an entire school getting amnesia.
When was that? Oh, right. Now I remember.
Yep.
Oh.
GF-induced amnesia.
Oh, something came back to me. My name is Galuth. And yes, I'm going with the 14 pronunciation of that name. Which is Galuth.
When did we discover Galuth in 14?
When a certain granddaughter of his...
Oh, right. Duh.
And we actually had a cutscene where she pronounced her grandfather's name. Hint, hint! We will be meeting the inspiration for that granddaughter in this game.
Well, yeah, no. Much
later.
That's like pretty much. That's like late second, early third act.
It's actually start of second act.
Really?
Yes.
Does this game just have a ridiculously long first act?
Act 1 is World 1. Act 2 is World 2. Act 3 is World 3. Spoilers, there's 3 worlds. And that's as much as you're going to get out of me for now.
I'll be honest with you. I don't think I ever made it into Act 2 then.
The
last thing I remember was the incredibly annoying and painful airship battle.
That's airship battle
which is apparently mid to late act, or I think probably late Act 1.
Would the airship battle involve city something?
I don't think so. I think it was just like there were multiple seizure cannons.
That's the city something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's still World 1.
Yeah, no, I know it's World 1.
Okay.
Because I know about... Oh, shit, I know what World 3 is. Duh. It's infested.
No, that's not... You're thinking of 4 on that one. World 3,
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind. No spoilers, then.
That's a start. Anything else?
Nope, just the name. Other than that, my memory's completely blank.
P.S. Galoof is 60.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, we did establish he's a grandpa, so he's got to be grandpa aged.
Yeah. I'm very sorry, but you must excuse me. I have no time to waste. Where are you going? I must go to the Wind Shrine.
The Wind Shrine? Now that you mention, I'm pretty sure that's where I was headed. It's decided, I'm going with you.
But... you're a grandpa. What are you gonna do?
I've gotta get to that shrine. I feel it in my bones. You gotta take me with.
I hate to tell you, but that's not the need to go to the Wind Shrine you're feeling. That's osteoporosis.
I wouldn't say that's osteoporosis, but, are you sure you can make that long of a journey, Galoof? Do we need to get you a wheelchair? Butts, what about you? Sorry, I'm gonna bow out on this one.
We'll just make him right on Boko.
Sorry, I'm gonna bow out on this one. Good luck, though. Nope, Boko's with Butts here. Butts, thank you again. Farewell.
Godspeed, and all that and whatnot.
And I think we've made mention that the PlayStation Anthology version is the worst one to play, but the most, I'd say, the one that has the most technical Marvel aspect to it, which is the fact that they quite literally made a PlayStation Super Nintendo emulator with live translation patch to it. Multiple times. Come on, Boko, let's go. Because it would take freaking forever to load anything in battles. Bonk. Ow! Boko! Bad! Bad, Chocobo! What are you doing stopping like that? Now don't give me that look. Quack! 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 Yeah, I know, the girl and the old man went off together. But with all the goblins around these parts... Fine, I got it. Boko, come on! Quit! Oh no. Goblins. Oh hey, free heal. That's something they didn't do in the previous versions, to heal you up. Any damage you got from the previous fight with the goblins just stayed.
I mean, I'm not mad. I'm not even close to mad.
No. Admittedly, it does stay here.
Yeah, you didn't even get your XP from your HP from your level.
Yeah.
You got a higher capacity, but no more HP to carry. No more HP active.
It did not fill up the missing HP, nor did it fill it to full.
Yeah.
Morning. Butts. It seems I can't escape being in your dad. Hey, don't worry about it. Seems like the meteorite's impact caused a few landslides. Road's covered in rubble. I don't think you're gonna make it to Tool this way. But if I can't get to the Wind Shrine, then...
Ugh. Wind Shrine. Gotta hurry.
And the old guy's pretty dead set on getting there, too. Alright, I'll go with you and personally see that you get there safely. Oh, really? Yeah, you know, my dad always wanted me to go out and travel the world, but it also feels like the wind is calling me.
What a sweet talker. As if you didn't just have the hots for the little lady.
Galoof! Once again, check mark, old man. Check mark. Dirty old man, check mark. What? You're awake?
Don't sound so surprised. This old dog is always ready for anything. Still, if the road's blocked, that makes things a slight more difficult.
Well, if we can't go by land...
I won't give up. There must be a way to reach the Wind Shrine. Also, get used to this theme that's playing right now. It is the theme of Final Fantasy V.
Right, and we'll find it.
Alright, let's ride. Everybody pile onto Boko.
Since I'm not listening to the game, my brain is autofilling, but it's not autofilling with 5's theme. My brain is autofilling with Terra's theme, which is definitely the wrong one.
Huh, I did not get a knife from those boys. I normally do. P.S. Spoilers! Not by much, though.
Oh yeah, I see the spoiler. I mean, I saw one of the spoilers, so I couldn't make out which character. I think the White Mage was the 4th character that we don't have yet.
Yeah, which is kind of weird because I tend to have her something else generally other than the White Mage.
Yeah, I would think that she would naturally gravitate towards a different role.
Yeah. I don't remember there being a cave here. Probably opened up during one of those quakes.
I think I never normally give her Locke's role. I make her a treasure hunter. I mean a thief. I mean a treasure hunter.
You mean I mean a Boko, this is going to be a little too dangerous for chocobos. You stay here, okay? Quick. And yes, I'm doing the "You're my little baby" voice with Bartz and Boko because that's how it always came off.
It fits. Because he doesn't have the same. I mean, well, granted, also it's this era, but he doesn't have the same kind of dynamic with his chocobo that we have in later games.
Mm-hmm.
He has very much more of a this is my pet. This one is precious to me.
Mm-hmm. What's that spring?
What's that spring smell?
Oh, is it a recovery spring?
And we're dealing with crabs.
Crab.
Oh no, Galoof, you're punching crabs. Admittedly, I got a full heal at some point.
Except for MP. Butts did not restore his MP.
HP, MP, all ailments KO'd, revived. Admittedly, we don't have a lot of MP.
No, we don't. But you also don't need MP at this juncture.
We don't have anything that uses MP at this juncture.
Exactly.
Steel buttons.
Also, I just realized what the spoiler. One of the spoilers that we saw is actually already spoiled by the menu. If you notice the grayed out option.
Yeah. For everyone that has not even seen or heard of this game, this is the game that kind of codified the class system of Final Fantasy. It's definitely not the one that created it. That was done back in 1.
I would argue it's less that it codified the class system and it codified the job crystal.
Yeah. It definitely took the ideas from 3 and really boiled it down to really good mechanics.
Yeah. Also, hello, MPX.
Hello.
Aha!
So that's how you get in.
And we can worry about that after we get that chest over to the west.
It's full of stropers.
Okay, good.
And I really was hoping to get a knife from those goblins.
Yeah, it would have been nice, but, you know, it is what it is, I guess.
Well, let's see. Galoof has a defensive 1. Lena has a defensive 1. Bart's has a defensive 1. I said to say, Galoof, you're gonna get the leather cap reel now? Because, well, you're barely doing anything. Cave 3F. More stropers.
Well, of course. What did you honestly expect?
Look at that. It's a boat! They're on a boat! Sorry.
Don't you ever forget.
That ship just now.
Like I said, if you can't go by land,
That ship just now. How was it sailing with the wind so weak? Instant reminder of sailing in Valheim when going into a headwind.
I know how it's sailing.
I think we all know how it's sailing, but... Oh no.
I
Oh,
mean,
crap.
anyone who hasn't played this game before doesn't.
Or didn't play far enough.
This is pretty early.
First hour.
I was gonna say, this is pretty early for didn't play far enough.
I mean, I've met some people who picked up Galoof and Lena and then dropped it because they're like, oh, it's gonna be this type of story. I'm like, play it! Win! Ooh. I mean, win! Oh no. Pirates Cove music. But Bart, stop trying to play shenanigans with the pirates. This is a pirate hideout. Meaning that ship we must have seen must have been a pirate ship. I wonder if they might give us a ride? Speed X4. Can't say nothing because of the ads. Ooh.
Oof, sorry about the ads.
Yeah.
These are autoplay ones. I promise we didn't turn them on.
Yeah. I think the only ride they'd be interested in would be a keel haul for all three of us. Yeah, you can't ask a favor from a pirate. That's why we'll just sneak on and steal their ship. Ween! I mean ween!
Also, we actually did see all of your previous messages. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Obviously, you couldn't hear us reacting, but we definitely saw the messages.
Yeah, there might be a little bit of delay.
Yeah.
But... Whoa, you're pretty...
The delay is not crazy right now.
Yeah. Whoa, you're pretty gutsy for an old-timer. Button?
Button.
Nope, can't do anything because those guys are sleeping. I'm here for the fights. Actually, I should probably check the configuration. Battle speed, normal, fast, very fast. Should we put battle speed at very fast?
Yeah, we can speed it up.
Okay, battle
There's no
message.
reason not to.
Battle messages, normal, fast. Okay, graphics speed, standard.
And unfortunately, we haven't gotten to any of the exciting fights yet, but if you're here for the fights, I have a feeling you kind of know what's up.
go down. We can act. I've never actually done this.
You've never gone below deck?
I never really thought about going below decks. It's locked.
That feels weird to me. I feel like I always went below deck.
Whoop. Sleepy
I
boy.
mean, how are you gonna know that there's no cool treasure chests if you don't explore and look for them?
Captain, this is the runner. Take the helm. Zero.
Well, we're going to abduct a pirate if we do steal the ship in its current condition.
I mean, there's... yeah, steal the ship.
Yo ho ho and stuff. Time to cast off. Hey, huh?
Well, cast off means sailing, kid.
I know that. The wheel won't even budge. How do you work this thing? You try working anything, and there'll be devil to pay. It's gonna be hard getting our pirate friend's voice. Trying to steal my ship, are you? You've a lot of brass. Mayhap you're just lacking in brains. I'd wager it's the latter. Wait, I'm Princess Lena of Tycoon. Please accept my apologies for attempting to commandeer your ship. What? She's a princess.
So the girl's royalty.
Sir, this is a formal request from the Kingdom of Tycoon. Please allow us use of your vessel. I must get to the Wind Shrine. My father is in danger. Oh ho, the Princess of Tycoon here on my ship? I'm sure we could fetch a tasty something for this one. Hey, leave her alone, you degenerate, lecherous, pirate! I beg of you, please. Shing!
Pendant.
That pendant. Toss the lot of them into the brig.
Aye, aye, Captain.
2 guys for the guys and 1 for the gal.
Well, this is a fine how-do-you-do. What geniuses came up with the idea to steal a pirate ship anyway?
Galoof.
Leave him alone. He's old and has dementia. He doesn't remember that he's the one who suggested it.
Look in the mirror, Pops.
Oh, my aching head. I can't remember a thing.
And your amnesia so conveniently returns. Still, I can't believe you're really the Princess of Tycoon, Lana. I'm sorry, I didn't intend to keep it a secret. It's not a big deal, but if you're the princess, why are you trying to go to the Wind Shrine all alone? My father is there. He hadn't been gone long when the wind dropped to almost nothing. I just can't shake the feeling that something terrible is happening. I slipped out of the castle and headed for the shrine, but then that meteorite fell and you know the rest. And the opposite side... Why does the Princess of Tycoon have the same pendant as I do? Pendant? She said her father's at the Wind Shrine. Sorry. Prepare to cast off, lads. Set course for the Wind Shrine. Whoop.
But Captain, what about the landlubbers?
Untie him. Sometime today would be nice. But why? I reconsidered your request. You can go back to the brig if you'd prefer. Pull anchor. We're sailing for the Wind Shrine. Hey, something wrong with your ears today? I hope I don't have to repeat myself. Well?
Aye, Captain.
But the wind has stopped. How can the ship move? Filled with curiosity, aren't you, lass? Sildra, come up and say hello. And this is where you get introduced to Hal.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful, isn't she? Sildra and I were raised together. We're as close as siblings. All right, we're off. Zorp.
Captain, shall I sail to the Wind Shrine for you?
No. I'm going to get our buddy Galoof something.
You're gonna head over to the town to the west.
Yes. Plus the fact that grog, grog, grog. Tool.
Grog, grog.
Grog, grog. Grog!
Gotta love short leave.
I think I'll stop in and have a drink as well. Welcome to Tutorial Town. Great snakes, the pub's been overrun by pirates!
Grog, grog.
I'm training to be a bard. Listen to this. Long, long ago in the canal to the east. Immediately, all 34,000 universes collapse. A big old ugly monster was having a feast. It ate lots of people, 53 at least. But the good guys used the crystal and sealed away the beast. Oh yeah. My granddad said he regrets telling me that story now. But you guys liked it, right? No.
I mean, he did manage to pull off all four lines rhyming, but the scanning was real bad on that.
Howdy! Would I be right to assume you're new to this adventure thing? Yes. Technically, I'm not. But, alrighty, then come in. I'm
You gotta
only
say yes
here
to
for the
freebies.
100 gil. Inns and chests like these are sometimes have goodies inside. Why don't you try? So, Pixel Remaster differences. If you face an object that has an item, or had an item, it will have this exclamation point.
Nice.
Keep an eye out for secret passages. Try walking through the wall to my left and you'll catch my drift. Thieves can learn the ability to find passages. Then they can see secret passages with no trouble at all. This is what the Pixel Remaster does, is that as soon as you enter a secret passage, for the most part, it will reveal the entire secret passage.
Ooh, that is nice. I like that.
So, Ether.
Ether ore?
Ether ore. And now for Tier 2 training. Inside this chest is a present from me. Present, you say?
Oh, that's the battle chest, isn't it?
Monsters! Goblin!
Maybe this one will give you a knife.
Well, Lena and Galoof have leveled up to Bartz's level,
Nice.
but no knife. It did contain shoes.
Wait,
We
who's
stole
Bart?
that goblin's shoes.
Who's Bart's? You mean Butts?
Butts, yes.
Okay.
We stole that goblin's. We stole that goblin's shoes. So leather shoes are almost like a leather cap. But they go in the accessory slot. There will be some accessories that are actually a lot better than this.
Oh yeah. But you know, when you have literally one accessory to your name.
Yeah. In Final Fantasy VI, they changed up the accessory slot to be accessories, and then they changed some of the ones that were accessories into the relics from this, so. Sometimes monsters hide in treasure chests. Try to be more careful from now on. I remember finding a ROM hack one time, not Final Fantasy V, but I think like 6. And the monster in the box was basically the equivalent of a secret boss, endgame secret boss.
Oof. Imagine opening what's supposed to be a relatively easy monster in a box and getting an Intangier in early World 1.
Ugh. Ugh. Just the thought of an Intangier.
I mean, I love fighting Intangiers late World 1. Because then it's just, oh, here, let me X-Zone you. Yay!
Don't forget about me. So, broadsword. Okay, we can... I'll get a broadsword. Yeah, I'll leave these for later. I'm not going to buy a lot of things. I'm just trying to at least equip Galoof or Galoof with something so he can at least attack
Instead of just punching.
instead of trying to be a punchy fist boy without.
I mean, it'd be one thing if he was a monk, but he's not a monk. No one's a monk.
No.
And a magic store, something completely worthless for now.
Magic store. I mean, like, there's really not a lot in there. There's the bar, there's the inn. 150 gil. Hey, pretty good.
You don't need an inn right now, though.
Not really. I'm pretty sure this is Zock's house. Someone you know? Yes, he built the Torna Canal. That's nice. Found more shoes. We stole we stole the flour miller's shoes. Because he left him outside on the box.
Well, someone can put those on then. And in this case, I would vote you since you haven't given yourself anything yet.
Let's go check the bar.
Grog, grog.
Oh my god, they are quite literally invaded.
Sorry.
There's nothing left. Those pirates drank the house dry. That's a lot of beer to lose. That's a lot of...
Captain's upstairs.
Captain. So dreamy. Well, we know who the bottom is in the crew.
I mean, you say that now.
We're only helping you because the captain orders. Don't get the wrong idea. Take a load off and drink up.
Huh. If you look real close, you're a fetching lass, Lena. Heads off, boyo. Huh, there's a piano. That pirate boss went upstairs. For you, honey, we've got something special. Somebody's getting puffed. Woo! And... Woo! I'm not looking at anything. You're the perv here, not me. Get your mind out of the gutter. Oh, okay. Random stranger in the corner that I've never realized was there?
Yeah, no, I had no idea there was someone there. That is crazy.
And something I'm just doing because I want to play pianos. Play the piano?
I always figured there was some secret that if you played all the pianos, something happened, because you always get a little better.
There is, and sad to say you can't complete it until World 3.
I mean, that kind of tracks.
Nope. Hold on, I'll go check on him.
Oh, this is that moment.
Butts, what have you got that goofy look on your face for?
What do you mean? It must have been a trick of the light or something.
For crying out loud, shove over and let me see. Great Caesar's ghost, just gorgeous. A beauty for the
Given
ages.
he's old enough to be Ferris's grandfather, that's just creepy a little.
Remember, perverted old man. Check mark.
That's true. We did already check that off.
What in the world are you two going on about? Oh, slept like a babe, I did. What are you two gawking at? Get a hold of yourselves. Now shove off. I need some time to myself. And lock. That will make much more disturbing sense later on. And, in addition to the inn, the item shop is there as well. What can I do, you fool? Potion? 5. Tent. I am going to increase that to at least 10 for now.
I mean, it's not a bad idea at all. At this stage of the game, it could be necessary.
The ho! Trying to give me the slip? I think not. I keep going weird places with Ferris's.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so far Ferris's consistency has been their inconsistency.
Yeah. Fun fact. New with the Pixel Remaster is how many chests and how many items are there.
Oh.
So it will tell us.
So we missed an item in Tool.
Yeah, I don't think we can get it just yet. We got the one
We
chest.
missed 3 chests in the hideout, but that's also because there was blocked doors.
Yeah. Tycoon Meteorite. We got the one chest there. So
Mm-hmm.
Tool right now is being a bit weird. So let's check out this wind shrine.
Princess Lena!
What's happened? Is everything alright?
The wind stopped and now monsters have overrun the shrine.
What about Father?
The king went up to the top floor. He has yet to return.
Something must have happened to him.
The crystal's up on the top floor, right? Won't hurt to go up and take a look.
Ferris, you're right. Come on.
That time Ferris ended up slightly British. Very, very slightly. Faintly.
King Tycoon went up to the top floor and checked the crystal, but that was some time ago. Princess, please take these with you.
5 potions.
Drink this water to restore your energy.
Monster energy drink. Just a bottle of Monster energy drink. This is. God, I could see somebody hacking that so that it actually does say Monster energy drink.
Hacking the game just to make memes out of everything. I mean, I hate to say it, but I definitely can too.
Yeah. The chest contained tent.
Black goblins.
You know, you could still just call them goblins.
This is a consecrated circle. You may rest safely in a tent or a cottage, or even save your game.
Oh, right, I forgot about that. That's how save points work in this one.
Yep. I think this is... Nope. I want the other side.
You want the not progress.
White Serpent.
Again, you could just say serpent.
Leather cap. Which Ferris comes with a leather shield. So, well, there we go. Defense 2. Kuro goblins. Meh.
You gotta remember, this game does have blue as a crystal eventually, right?
Blue, I think, is actually from the first event, so...
Because I just remember thinking of Goblin... Whenever I think of Goblin Punch, I always think of it as a blue skill.
Yep, and you can only have one item per hand.
Oh, I mean... Freelancers can only have one item per hand.
Moldy Win and Manny Wizard.
Hey, at least it's Manny Wizard and not Petty Wizard.
Oof.
It's a lot harder to fight when your feet are the ones that are being attacked.
Yep.
Also, I really don't remember that shortcut that you used to get in here.
It's been there from the beginning.
I believe you. I believe you. I just never knew about it.
This is what I get for watching so many Final Fantasy V Fiestas. Which, we're a few months off from that, so, whoops.
It's fair.
Well,
That means that we're playing 5 at a point in time when not everybody is, and therefore we stand out a little bit. Yay, go us!
a little bit, but at the same time, the 5 Fiestas are more for, like, fundraising stuff, so it's trade-off.
Yeah, true. I mean, we could organize a fundraiser, but, you know, given our viewer numbers...
Mm. This guy's not playing around.
Boss fight time.
Garuba, or Wing Raptor. Breathwing.
I mean, depending on which game's Garuda you were thinking of, that could be very good, very bad, or very, very bad. So I think I'd rather have Wing Raptor. That was spicy.
Defend, 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 defend. Breathwing. Oh no.
I mean, at least Breathwing should do reduced damage when in defense stance. Because it is a physical attack. Oh, no, it didn't. That feels weird to me for some reason.
Oops!
Well, there goes Buzz. There goes Buzz getting any XP from that fight.
No, no AXP, so... Nobody...
Alright, it's a boss fight.
Yeah, 5 is weird in that bosses don't give EXP. Everyone that is not above 30 gets a potion.
That's fair.
And yes, this is the map. The map actually shows the entire floor layout as seen normally.
Mm-hmm. Which is nice.
The crystal! It's shattered! What the?
Time to start picking up the pieces.
Over here. It is a red crystal. Courage, the essence of flame. And over there, it's a darker blue crystal. Devotion, the essence of water.
Wait a minute, I just thought of something. So Ferris got the courage fire, the fire of courage, flame of courage. Does that make her
The
a
brown
crystal
crystal.
brave?
Oh god. And the brown crystal. I mean yellow crystal. Brown yellow crystal. Hope. Essence of Earth. If you're giving hope to Galoof, oh god. We are doomed. And the green crystal.
Shards thereof.
Passion. The essence of wind. Ode des Boots. What was that? What's happening?
Feels warm.
Are these the crystal's essences? And now to hoover up the... Oh, wait, nope.
Nah.
Father!
Listen, and listen well. You are the chosen four. The warriors of light. Bearers of the four crystal essences.
Yep, they called it the crystal brave.
Father, what do you mean?
The wind crystal is already shattered. The other three crystals are in danger as well. You four must protect them. An evil presence is awakening. One that wishes to return everything to darkness.
Father!
Zord. Go forth, warriors of light, and save the crystals.
Wait, no, Father! And hoover up those crystals. What are these? I guess they're pieces of the crystal? Schlorp. Nope, Ferris didn't get any.
That's okay, we can lend Ferris one.
They are crystal fragments, and stored within the powers of warriors of legend. Knight, monk, blue mage, thief, black mage, white mage, purple mage.
No purple mage in this game. I don't think. I don't know. Was that one of the GBAs?
No, the GBA specific magic class was Necromancer, which everyone said was basically the equivalent of a black mage sage. But kind of worse.
I would have thought it'd be more like a black mage beastmaster.
That's the weird part, was the fact that like it had access to like some of the damaging white magic, but none of the healing spells, and higher tiers of black magic, but not the highest tiers.
Okay, I see why they would say it's black sage then.
Yeah. The crystal, it's lending us its power.
I think it's time we get out of here.
Lena.
So it's almost more like a damage-only red mage.
Kind of. There should be a warp panel behind the altar that will take us outside. And we're going to take it and then immediately go right back in. Why?
To take a sip of the recovery water?
To take a sip of that, LaCroix. I mean, monster. I mean, HP recovery jug.
I mean, it might be LaCroix. It's flavorless, so it's kind of the same thing.
Welcome. Would you like an
Also, I feel like... Yeah, there we go.
Would you like an explanation about the crystal fragments and the job ability system? No, we are good.
No, we don't need that, but we do need to start equipping.
Yes. No worries. Later. basic.
What kind of accent is that you just gave Boko?
That I was trying
That
to go
was
for Yoda-ish.
They felt like Yoda was. It felt like Prussian Yoda.
All right, Bart's. You stick with that. Close. Okay, cool. Lena. White McGee. White magic level 6. And Lena lost all her weapons because we did not purchase the staff or rod.
Yeah, which we need to go back and take care of later.
Yeah. So this is where I get a little weirded out, is because half the time I put Galoof as a monk or a thief.
I usually do Galoof as monk and Lena and Ferris as thief.
That's the other thing, is that half the time I do Ferris as black mage or thief. So, flip a coin.
I don't have a coin.
Okay. Coin. Heads. That it will be monk. Geek. Ferris. Thief for now, because sooner or later I will be swapping people to get other things for...
Well, of course. But it's super useful to have someone unlock Find Passage.
Oh yeah. Configuration. Did I set... I feel like there was a, Oh, hey, Killer Bee, Nutkin, Stray Cat.
First things first, getting a healer staff for Lena.
Yep.
Wasn't there a staff in the shrine?
Nope. There was a
No?
broadsword. So, I will buy one staff and one rod as a preventative measure. Also, switch maps. Okay, I missed something in the Wind Shrine.
I was actually just going to ask if that might have been the case.
Well, we can definitely go back to it.
Oh yeah.
So, let's go check out the mage shop and at least get the stock standard white magic.
Also,
Cure.
don't forget to equip the staff.
Yeah. We can actually get Cure, and Libra, and Poisona.
Nice. Let us get each of those things.
Yes. Fun fact, Pixel Remaster of 3 and 5 did this, whereas if you bought a magic, it's permanently in your inventory. You do not need to buy it again.
I don't remember you being able to like lose or spend them in the original 5.
In this case, technically, you could buy them again and waste money.
Oh, okay.
So, 3 was weird in the factor that quite literally you could buy multiples and then equip and unequip them. But they changed it up in the Pixel Remaster where it's like, you buy 1 copy and then you have the amount needed for all of them. So, well, let's go check out Zoc, see if he's in.
That might be where your missing item is.
Yep. Oh, Princess Lena! Zoc, it's good to see you. You too, it's been a long time. Zoc, I have a favor to ask. We need to pass through the Torna Canal so we can reach Waltz. I'm afraid it's much too dangerous. Ever since the Wind Crystal was destroyed, a foul beast has made the canal its lair. Moreover, I seem to have lost the key to the canal somewhere. I'm sorry, I can't help you with the key. Still, since you've come all this way, won't you at least stay the night? Wonderful, I'll show you to your room.
Awaken. Awaken.
Crystals. Now that I think about it, they're the reason Dad...
Memories. The crystals must be protected at any cost. Listen, Stella, if anything should happen to me, never tell Butts about the crystals. They shouldn't be his burden to bear.
Oh, darling, please don't say things like that. Father, I'll protect the crystals. I promise.
What's the matter, Butts?
Nothing. I was just reminded my folks. They dialed a while back, though. Here, take it. Oh, take what? Take what? The key to the canal. With it, you can open the gate and travel to Waltz. I was worried for Lena's safety, so I hid the key. Please, take care of her. And, alright, so we are missing 1 item. Admittedly, I am... okay. Trying to figure out where items could be. Got that. Admittedly, having the thief's ability may help in this section, so...
Yeah, I would imagine. Are we sure it wasn't in Zock's house?
Yeah.
I was convinced. Okay.
Don't think we... Okay, that's the Greenhorns Club. Ah, yes, I probably should do some adjusting with the formations. P.S. I am not doing this. Formation. Nope. No Final Fantasy V. Ouch, it's hot. Correction, Final Fantasy IV.
4.
Yeah.
Or 6, for that matter.
Yeah. God, I swear there's... Trying to remember what the one... There it is! I thought I had gotten that one.
Well, there you go. That was what we were missing.
Captain, wait up! Sorry, lads. I'm leaving you laggards behind. Captain! But why? You know we'd follow you to the ends of the earth. I know, and I thank you for it, but not this time. Captain! It smells of a long journey. While I'm gone, I need you louts to guard the hideout. Can't let anybody raid our booty. But Captain... Please. Said Grog. Aye, aye, sir. When did you back, Captain? Godspeed. So, back to the Wind Shrine for a little bit of grindy bits.
Yep. My brain might be confused. Did you equip the staff yet?
Yes.
Okay.
I did that when I went into the armor shop.
Okay.
No.
I must have blinked.
Yeah. It was a real quick one. What's wrong? Wind crystal has shattered. Right now the wind is only slowed. Soon it will stop blowing completely. In a few years, the air will grow stagnant, and the birds won't have any place to fly. Father said that we have to protect the 3 remaining crystals. 3 crystals? Yes, the crystals of fire, water, and earth. If those were lost too, then what? At first, nothing would happen. But wouldn't be very long before the earth began to decay, seas would grow dirty, rivers would cease to flow, fires would lose their heat, and the world would turn dark and cold. It really would be an unlivable place.
Guys, we've got to protect the crystals.
Huh? Did something trigger any of your memories?
Nope, doesn't matter. Still gonna help.
Well said, old man. I'm coming too. Besides, we still have to find Lena's father. King Tycoon? But he disappeared into thin air. He still lives. I feel it in my bones. Never for a moment believe otherwise. Okay, Ferris. But will you come with us? Until now, I was just along for the ride. But things changed. The crystal shard, we were given power to protect the world. Power of the wind crystal. That's it. I'm in. We've got some crystals to save.
Sure enough. Let's be off.
Galoof, are you sure you should be... Oh, no, he's off. He fell off the mast. Ugh. Now I'm just trying to remember where that... Wait. We barely checked the room that was between the one bird and
we hopped in there, but there wasn't anything visible in there, and it looked like you rubbed your face on the walls pretty significantly.
Didn't really check the corners. I just kind of like...
Oh, you only just kind of paced the room, you didn't actually rub?
Yeah, no rubbies. Which, that kind of sounds in that phrasing.
Yeah, no, that phrasing was not great. You should probably be more careful with that one.
Because
Oh wait, you're talking about this room. Never mind, I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
I thought we were talking about the little tiny room that you went into on the other side of the bird.
Yeah. Also, look at that HP jump for butts.
Well, yeah, he's a knight now.
Yeah. What the heck is that at the bottom?
Oh, wow.
I feel
The
dumb.
map just laying it all on the line. I appreciate you,
tells you
map.
where you missed it?
It was literally a visible pathway. We just didn't see it because of the way we walked.
Yeah, we went to the left instead of to the right.
Well, you have a thief in your party right now, so...
And there's the staff that MPX had mentioned. It's...
yes.
Uh-huh. Oh, that is a hidden path. That's why we didn't see it. It was only because you were a little bit obscured when you were in there that I realized that was in fact why it was.
So, I essentially did waste money. So, if everybody's been paying attention, we've now been getting ABP points during fights. ABP is ability points. These things are the equivalent of job levels.
Yeah, it's essentially job points from the later games.
They are essentially job points from the later games. Except they are not as... strenuous that Tactics did, where you could get, like, tens of thousands of job points. I think the max...
Yeah, you don't get tens of thousands of JP or of job points, and you don't spend tens of thousands. I think you only need maybe 1,000 for the most expensive job that I can think of.
$9.99 in this game.
Well, that's still 1,000. Come on.
Yeah. Well, 1,000 for the final level on some jobs, or just the one job.
Are you sure Lena has the staff equipped? I swear to God, I just saw her punch.
Three, two,
Huh.
one.
I swear I saw her punch.
It's bonk bonk.
No, it would literally look like she did the little fisticuffs. The little punch.
Huh.
It might have just been my eyes just didn't process it correctly because it was a quick little glance.
Well, isn't
Yeah,
like
it's
the
not like
original animation for some of the attacks essentially just displayed over the punching, effectively?
Vaguely, yeah.
I could have sworn that you actually saw like a staff swipe in this one.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean.
Like
It's
the
like
actual
it's
bonk with the staff.
overlapped on the animation. Like,
Well, let's go through this real... Nope, it pops out. It's a whack motion.
Yeah, no, I saw it that time.
Butts mastered cover. Lena mastered level 1. Virus mastered find passages. AKA, we can now see hidden passages.
We can now see them if it's set even when not a thief.
Yeah.
Because we already were able to see the one earlier.
Yeah, Thief has it innately, but...
But now you have the ability to set it for when you're not a thief.
Yep. Is it a good ability?
It's pretty useful.
When you're trying to clear out stuff, but, Oh, we...
What?
Oh, hey, we got shoes. I hate to do this, but, Ferris, be Blue Mage real quick.
So that you can start learning blue mages?
So I can at least learn Gobbo Punch. Or gunch, if you want to call it that.
Well, if you all, it works like the rest of the magic. As soon as somebody learns it once, everybody learns it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Now, in this version, does she have to be the target of the spell in order to learn it? Or she just has to see it used?
She got hit, but I didn't see learn gunch. So I'm not sure if she learned it.
And she didn't get hit, though. That's the thing.
I thought she did, but
I'm pretty sure I saw Lena get hit with it.
I saw Galoof and Ferris, but
Well, only the first one used a Goblin Punch. The other one just did a basic attack. So it
Nope.
might have been Gallows. That's fine. But it definitely was not both of them.
Okay, Ferris got hit with gunch properly this time.
Yeah, that time she definitely did.
Learned gunch!
But I think you... There you go. So it sounds like you have to be the target of the ability to learn it.
Yep.
Well, classic blue mage.
Yeah.
So, back to Thief it goes. So, yes, there will probably be a need for, spreadsheets for various aspects, like blue mage abilities and, alchemist. Which...
Oof. Ferris got paralyzed.
Yeah. But then again, we're in the Wind Shrine, which means we have a full heal right here. If people are wondering, I'm just trying to get people to at least level 7. Not much higher than that.
Just enough to be ready for the next boss fight.
Yeah. And if people wondering what's the point of getting Goblin Punch, it's kinda helpful in a weird way.
If I remember right, it's one of those that it's okay early, but like there's later on, it's possible to make it just disgusting.
Yeah, and you want to know how to make it...
One or the other.
Do you want to know how you make it disgusting?
Being crit?
No. The joke weapon.
Oh.
So, this gets into the mechanics of stuff. But, Goblin Punch bases its damage output based off of the attack numerical value. So, in this case, like, it's... So, a staff... If we equipped a blue mage with a staff, its attack would be 9.
Okay.
There's a kind of a joke weapon that has a base attack of 255. And so, like, it does the normal attack modifiers of, like, take attack value times by level, blah, 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 blah. The only problem is that weapon has a hidden value on it that basically says all damage done with this weapon will be 1. No matter what
except for Goblin Punch.
Well, Goblin Punch ignores that value because it's an ability.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, okay, what's the attack value of this? 250. Okay, you're going to be doing 255.
Which is not an insignificant number.
No, it's not. Admittedly, I should probably start doing some of the stuff to get the better weapon. Because I am going to try and get some of the secret, like, shenanigan weapons that can outright break the game when done correctly. Which, this will break Phaetessa's sensibilities, because I'm going to run from battle.
I'm sorry, you're what?
Trust me, I have to run from battle for this. It will show up in a future thing. And it is useful. With this being level 6, I'd say we could try and attempt it. After healing up. So, there are a lot of weird / like game-breaking builds that you can do in 5, because I've seen people beat this game at level 30. Not job level, character level.
Well, I mean, obviously not job level.
Yeah. Because I think the highest job level you can get is 9?
I think so.
Gotta save right outside this.
But where in tarnation did you get the key?
Does it matter? Let's get going. Sucker. More suckers. Actually, focus. That and cover. Not doing that one. Hey, what's that? Oh no, the monster of the canal. Thundering typhoons, the rudder's not responding.
You better figure out something fast, because we're getting sucked in.
No, Sildra, don't! Look alive, something's coming. Sorry, skipped Ferris's line there. And meet Carlabas. Steel. Libra. Level 5. 526, about 650. Vulnerable to lightning. Tail Screw. We know Tail Screw. And now potion is stolen. Damn it. Damn it, cool. Hey, everybody's alive! 3 party members are paralyzed.
I mean, thankfully, paralyzed doesn't seem to transfer after battle, so...
Yep. No experience points, but ability points. And we got a tent.
Yeah.
And we stole a portion from his butt.
Is that where it was? I guess that explains why it took her a few tries to get it.
It's kind of hard to steal straight from somebody's rectum. Really hard.
Rectum? Dang near killed him.
Sildra! I'm sure she's okay? She's a fighter and you know it? Glare from Paris. Sildra! Let me go! Unhand me! Sildra! No! Zorp. How's Ferris? As well as can be expected. We should leave him be. Ship is just drifting with the current. Wonder where we'll end up. Ferris, Sildra is... Surely Sildra's still out there, alive somewhere? Bloop. Yes, I am not controlling the ship. It just goes... like this. Well, we had a boat for the first 5 minutes of the game.
Yeah.
Where are we? The graveyard of the sea. A gathering place for abandoned and scuttled ships. And a nest for the undead.
All the more reason to hot-foot it out of here.
Skeletons! Skeletons have nothing. Also, we got a free full heal. Tent. Kalkrithel. Couldn't steal. And yes, I know people are like, why aren't you using kick? It's not that good, really. Ah! Scram. That is actually a good ability, actually. Why?
Essentially flee.
It's essentially guaranteed escape.
Yeah, that's what flee was.
Yep. Well,
I thought it was called flee in this version.
I think it was called Flea in the Super Nintendo, PlayStation, and GBA.
Ah, okay. So they did rename it.
Yeah. There have been some changes, like, obviously, since we now have more space for text, they can do a lot more nuanced than what they did on the GBA or the PlayStation version.
I mean, the GBA had enough room for text to up it then.
Yeah, and they did...
I agree with this. I agree with the Super Fam version, but...
And...
Because let's be honest, it was never an SNES, it was a Super Fam.
Super Fam,
because it never made it over here as a cartridge.
Yeah, and that's the thing is that with... I believe most of the Final Fantasies are... I think katakana? That, like, katakana or hiragana are easier to read, but still have a lot... You can pack a lot more into the amount of space for it. Because if I recall correctly, kanji is really used for spelling something out in the pronunciation way. So, do we have to go this way? Get soaked. What? Are you gonna melt or something? Oh, come on. That is forward. I do not necessarily want to go forward just yet.
I mean, keeping in mind that we are at 2 minutes, 10 minutes.
Okay, I should probably at least get to the save point.
Yeah. But yeah, the true power of kick is when you have a large group of enemies that all have blunt vulnerability.
Yeah.
Any situation other than that, and kick is a waste.
Ah, yes, the super speed! Because they actually kept the run button shenanigans from the PlayStation one, where you had a run button. And then you had the thief's ability to auto-run.
Dash.
Dash.
Yeah. The only downside is if you're dashing, if you're doing super run, and you can easily overshoot everything. Which is no fun.
Yeah. And there's the Phoenix Down that we missed. 3 out of 8 chests so far. Oh, I have not been trying to steal from the Undead Husk. But Mastered Guard. Which means now he will protect people with low health if he's on any other job. Is this recommended? Not easily? Potion! Undead Husk. I did not know there was a hole there. I did not know that was possible. And cutscene will be a little bit over, but cutscene time.
Yeah, we'll go a teeny bit into overtime, but it's not a crazy thing.
Yeah. I'm soaked. Yow! Ugh, there's a fish in my shorts. This room seems safe enough. Let's take a rest. I'm going to change into some dry clothes. No peeking. One wonders how they have dry clothes down here.
A very good question, yes.
Okay, time to get dry.
Especially since any clothes she would have brought with her would have been pulled through the water along with everything else.
Yeah. Okay, time to get dry. Nikki time. I'm fine like this. Don't worry about me.
Are you crazy, boy? You'll catch pneumonia in those wet things.
And hey, what are you doing? Get away! Don't touch me! Ah! What's all the commotion? Lena,
Oh my stars and comets! He's a woman!
So what if I am? You got a problem with that? Of course not, but why were you trying to hide it? When I was a lad, lass, pirate band took me in. I've been one of them ever since.
Yeah, so?
Well, would you want to be the only girl on a ship full of pirates?
Ha! I thought from the start you were awfully pretty for a man.
Galoof. Anyhow, make fun of me for being a woman. I'll shiver your timbers, but good. Whatever you say. That's right. Now I'm turning in, and you let's best do the same. Ah, slept like a log. Rise and shine, Dellets. Time's a-wasting. Galoof, literally falling out of bed. Hey, old man, that's enough lollygagging from the likes of you. On your feet, let's go. That was Australian. Didn't mean to do that.
Her tone still smacks of machismo to me.
No point in trying to change her. Ferris is who she is. That's for certain. And with job ones, it doesn't really show that Ferris is a woman too much. Because, well, compared to Lena, there's a certain
Androgyny.
like a certain quality to most of her stuff that's like, okay, yeah. Whereas, like, probably the biggest hint is actually her monk costume, because both Butts and Galoof are bare-chested. Lena is wearing a kipao, a traditional Chinese dress, or like fancy dress. And Ferris is wearing a, I want to say a female practitioner of Kung Fu. Uniform.
Well, it's a bit more unisex than that, but it's still very simple, martial artist
Yeah.
clothes.
I still like the fact that Galoof's black mage is, hi! You can't see my face, but you can definitely see my bushy beard. And that's the save point. I'm going to go double back and see if I missed any chests off stream. I don't think I did. I might have. But as such, this is where we're going to be leaving off. This is as such. Like, trying to remember, Tuesday we are still going to... are we still doing the Valheim stream on Tuesday or no?
I believe we're still doing the Valheim stream.
Oh wait, no. We are doing Tuesday, but we're doing 14 this upcoming Tuesday.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Okay. Okay, so yes, this Tuesday we're going to be doing 14 because of the 6.35 update.
And then
Which-
Wednesday we'll have Atomic Heart.
I don't recall if we were going to be doing Atomic Heart this week, or was that next week?
No, it is this next week. We're still doing 14 in Atomic Heart,
Mhm.
and then the week after that, everything's canceled for cause GDC.
Ah, yes. So, as such, so next week will be Tuesday will be 14, Wednesday will be Atomic Heart, Friday will be Return to 5, and the rest of of the ship's graveyard and beyond.
Yep.
And trust me, this is barely scratching the surface with how fast we're going. But I will state that this is probably going to be a lot easier than if we had tried to do the PlayStation version, because of how weirdly done that one was. Which I think I've explained like more than enough times. That check our archives on YouTube, and somewhere on one of those videos there will be me explaining how 5 worked on PlayStation.
Somewhere, yeah.
Somewhere. Other than that, there will be podcasts soon. Those usually happen on Wednesday on all major platforms, so Apple, Google, Spotify.
We may not have had a new one this week, but we should have a new one next week.
Yes, which that one's going to be fun because that's going to be the anime recommendation one.
Yay! We're finally going to be talking about the animes everyone watched.
Yeah, given the fact that one of us has watched No Life them, and the rest of us are going like, well, we need to play catch up, and I've at least.
I can't actually be the only one who know life them. There's no way on earth I'm the only one who know life them.
Eddie can't no life them because half the time he forgot about them.
He's no lifing everything else.
Yes.
Well, no, I know that Eddie is Eddie is definitely I figured Eddie was the outlier though in terms of still playing catch up. I figured the both of you were already done.
Unfortunately, most of the places that I was hoping to watch it, I just haven't had the time or inclination sometimes.
Well, I've watched all like 13 episodes of your recommendation.
Okay.
So, yeah, I wanted to get that one. I did watch a few episodes of my own recommendation just to at least give notes and comparisons, and also to correct myself.
Yeah, I rewatched my recommendation a couple nights ago just to make sure it was fresh in my mind.
Yeah. Sad to say, the one that's been lacking has been actually Eddie's recommendation, but that's because I've been trying to watch it with MPX.
Ah.
And so it's going to be like, there may be a shotgun session this weekend. Or at least a semi-shotgun session. So, in that case, keep an eye out. And on that, we're on all major social media, so that's Facebook, Instagram, and weirdly, Twitter.
Still Twitter.
Still Twitter. Still going. All of our streams are archived on YouTube, as stated earlier. And at this point, we hope to see you guys later. Night, everybody.
Bye.